Hello everyone. First of all, I just want to say I'm sorry for not making so many any new videos for such a long time. I guess I just haven't had a whole lot to say, and in addition to that, I've got I've had a lot of work to do at my quote-unquote real job, and in addition to that, I started doing some freelance writing. Pays pretty well, but it is a very, very busy job. So I've been very focused on that, and I've also been starting to go to church again. I am a Christian. So I've been spending a lot of time in church lately. By the way, if that's not your thing, that's cool. Don't worry about it. I'm just telling you what's going on and why I haven't been making videos for a while. But I did want to make one because it might be my last chance. Today is the day before Election Day. If you have not voted already, because I notice Obama's been pushing the early voting thing, which is pretty smart because if people actually thought about it, they might change their minds about that vote, so he better get him while he still can. Romney, on the other hand, I think he has his head under the water in this election. I don't think he's really gonna pull through. I think the Republicans are gonna be very disappointed that they didn't choose Ron Paul. That being said, I just wanted to remind all of you guys to please get out and vote, especially you Gary Johnson supporters. You know, look, it's your country. You have a choice. We have very low voter turnout in this country. I thought it was interesting. Jill Stein pointed out in the last third-party debate, which, by the way, there's a third-party debate tonight just between her and Gary Johnson. But she pointed out 90 million people don't vote in this country that are legally allowed to vote. I thought that was kind of disturbing. And as she pointed out, it could have easily shifted the course of this nation, the course of this election. And I don't know how many times, particularly in the Ron Paul movement, I've talked to people. They told me they were all enthusiastic about Ron Paul. They were excited about it. They couldn't wait to get out and vote for Ron Paul. And then I asked, well, did you vote for him? Your state's primary was today. They say, oh, oops, I forgot, or something came up, or I just didn't feel like it would matter. You know, when millions of people are saying their votes don't matter or they're forgetting to do things, that's a big shift in the election. Remember, 5% will get us a huge boost in the midterms. It'll get us a huge boost in the next election. So do this for the liberty movement. For those of you who don't care and you don't think that your vote's going to matter because the elections are rigged, vote anyway. I talked about that in my last video. Look, whether it matters or not, there's always that small chance that it does matter, and I'm going to take every chance I can get for my country. So I will be voting in the state of Pennsylvania for Governor Gary Johnson for United States President tomorrow. Thank God that he's on the ballot here. It almost didn't happen. Republicans tried to force him off, hired private investigators with FBI badges, and it's just a whole crazy story. I mean, I've never really seen anything like it. But clearly they didn't want Gary Johnson on the ballot, and he is. And let's prove to him that ballot access isn't the only place that we're going to succeed as a movement. We are going to succeed at the election itself. The only poll that matters, people. Gary Johnson wasn't in many of the polls, but he'll be in this one. And so I encourage you to please go out and vote. I also want to offer my prayers and my condolences to those who were hit by Hurricane Sandy. I live in Central PA, so we really thought we were going to get hit hard. I mean, Governor Corbett was on making press releases declaring a state of emergency. It was supposed to be a huge disaster here. But we were fortunate that it didn't get nearly as bad as we thought it would. But yes, there are people without power and things like that, and I do offer my prayers and my thoughts and my heart to them. And I just wish them the best. Somebody pointed out to me that over 9 million people won't even be allowed to vote because of the hurricane. You know, a lot of people evacuated, and a lot of places still don't have power, and that's not going to change tomorrow. So a lot of the polling places aren't going to have a lot of people at them, so that's over 9 million votes that aren't even going to be cast. I really wish they would make accommodations, because I'm the kind of person that feels like everybody should have a voice and everybody should have the ability to vote, even if you're voting for Barack Obama or Mitt Romney, or if you're voting for somebody that I don't agree with, or your views that I don't agree with. I still think everybody deserves to be heard and to have a choice. I may joke about some people that shouldn't be allowed to vote because of their intelligence level, but in all seriousness, I think everyone should have that chance. So it's really a shame that they're not making accommodations, but I'm not at all surprised, because they don't care about free and open elections. Obama, you think Obama cares about everybody getting a chance to vote? No. As long as he gets the votes, he's happy. He could have easily used an executive order to make this happen, the same way he sold our votes or vote processing to overseas companies, the same way that he assassinated U.S. citizens. You know, the many things that he's used his executive power for, and he hasn't made the executive decision to make some kind of accommodation, you know, a mail-in ballot or something that these 9 million people can use, or maybe a post-election vote, something. Maybe something will happen before tomorrow, but I'm not holding my breath. So for those of you who can't vote, I really feel for you, and I am sorry for you this election. I hope that next time will be better, the next 4 years. And other than that, all you can do is do all you can do for the cause, you know, the stuff that I talked about, the grassroots activism, talking to friends and family, getting the votes out there. I also want to do a quick shout out to a fellow YouTuber and Facebook friend, PJT3488. I have talked to him about this privately, but I will be dedicating my vote for Gary Johnson to you, sir. It is a shame that you don't get to vote, but just know that the videos you've made, thousands of people have seen them. I've been keeping up with the view counts. They're very well made. And that vote, Imagine Gary Johnson, that was the video that really shifted me. I was on the fence about Gary Johnson. I was thinking about Gary Johnson, but that was the video probably that pushed me over the edge and made me the little YouTube activist that I am. But yeah, thank you for all you do for the Liberty Movement. I'm sorry that they won't be counting your vote this year, unless they do make accommodations, and I hope they do, but just know that you two are in my thoughts and prayers, and I'll be thinking about you tomorrow as I cast my vote for Liberty. Gary Johnson, 2012, live free.